Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome to a whole new decade, right? I pray that my video finds you in peace and in wellness. Um, I don't know how long you've been watching my stuff, but if you've been around for the long haul, you know that in 2012 I started a tradition. Every New Year's Eve, I would leave a message and kind of like a channeled message going into the new year. And when I pulled away from public life, like social media and all that stuff, I didn't make one in 2016. So the video in 2015 was my very, very last New Year's Eve channeled message for all of you. And this year, well, never mind, last year, in December, there were quite a few topics on my mind, and I felt like I should share that with you all for 2019 going into 2020 New Year's Eve channeled messages. So here we go. For those of you who are highly sensitive to energy, who have clair abilities, if you resonate with the characteristics of an empath, with being called a highly sensitive person, if you possess the skills of clairaudience or any of the clair abilities, so that could be clairsentience, claircognizance. Okay. The message that's coming through, and came through for me as well, okay, is that there is a lot of stirred up energy, and there's been some stirred up energy for the past few months at the end of the year, last year. And hey, I mean, energy gets stirred up all the time, but I think maybe because of holiday season around the world and in the US, a lot of people start to experience depression because, for various reasons, right? Families aren't perfect, or relationship issues, whatever the case. So I think a lot of people hurt during the end of the year, or a lot of people are freaking out because it's the end of the year, right? And maybe some people feel like they didn't achieve all they wanted to achieve, and perhaps some people don't really know what to look forward to in the new year, or don't even know what they want as their New Year's of resolution. So there's a lot of feelings in this regard, but I also think there's a lot of stuff stirring up around the world, politically, religiously, and social justice, all kinds of areas, and it's causing a lot of people to really feel, a lot of people to feel confusion too. A lot of people's beliefs are being busted wide open for them to see that it was false, so that can create a lot of fear as well. I'm giving you some examples just so you can get an idea. But the point and the message is that we are picking up on heaviness. We are picking up on pain, on suffering, on energy of others, of the collective, of a collective. And the really interesting thing is that it's not just where am I going with this? And I'm totally not about to edit any of this out. I'm surprised that when I spoke with others, some others that I know, they expressed feeling a lot of mania, or depression so severe that they felt like they should take their life, or that they shouldn't live, or that they needed help, like a crisis center or something. I've heard, anxiety got so extreme that some experience such extreme panic attacks. And I found that interesting because, it wasn't just one person telling me. It was multiple. And not only that, I was experiencing similar feelings, like a lot of anxiety or extreme depression. I talk about this way more in depth in episode 2 of She of the Throne podcast. It's out now. I can drop in a link up above, down below. It's in my YouTube channel, but it's also everywhere. Like, you can get on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, whatever, and just look me up, She of the Throne. But yeah, I go more in depth about it then. The takeaway from this is, try not to identify with it so much, and realize your power, your light, and be that portal. Be the portal to transmute this energy. Remember your rituals. Remember your practices. Remember how you like to transmute energy. What works for you best. You know what I mean? Don't forget that. Don't forget that we are here for a reason and are transmitting too, but transmuting, and we're here to emit certain frequencies, to transmit certain energy. So don't forget your purpose. Don't forget that you have all the tools necessary. You have your inner power. You have your inner light. So don't forget that. Find ways to transmute this, okay? Don't get stuck in it. And if any of your stuff is coming up too with it, which is very possible was happening with me, honor it. Make sure you honor it and move it through. Okay, so that is the first channel message. This next message is for women who are waking up to their power, waking up to the connection that they have with their womb and nature, with the moon, with magic. This is to women who are already awake and are on their path. This is to all my sisters who know that they are here at this time for the Divine Feminine Collective. The path is ever spiraling, and it goes so deep into you. The work, the healing work for the Divine Feminine, it's painful. And it's hard. It can seem hard, and it is hard. And you don't have to, feel any negative way about it, or like you're not doing something right, or that you shouldn't be feeling so much heaviness around womb healing, ancestral healing. Because guess what, sister? We have been through so much shit. Our ancestors went through so much. Women have been repressed, oppressed, abused, manipulated for a really, really, really long time. The divine feminine has been for a long time. And not only with incarnated women, right? But the divine feminine in all beings, that means men too, has been repressed and oppressed. So the work to connect everyone, the collective, back to the divine feminine, the work to harmonize the planet with divine feminine and divine masculine, the work of the divine feminine and divine masculine within and within partnerships, within everything, it's gonna take work. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take dedication. And if you know that this is part of your work right now in this lifetime, if you know that you have those codes, then honor it. Honor it, sister. Honor it. This is good work. Amazing work. And I want you to know that I'm here with you. I've had the calling. I've felt the call. I've been going through a lot of cool stuff, a lot of hard stuff for a while now. And I yearn to create and build sacred space for sisters, for sisterhood. I talk about that a lot. So I'm here for you. You know, if you want to join in, if you want to be a part of that, you know, reach out. And I've created my podcast, finally. So that's another area of sacred space for healing. I just want you to know that. There's still so much to be uncovered, remembered, and like I said, a lot to heal from. And I personally want to call out to any sisters who have connection to the dove, because dove has been with me since I was activated, and I'm starting to wonder if there's actually a lineage that I'm connected to with dove. And I did some digging and found out that there is a lineage of priestesses, the dove lineage. So if you know anything about that or are a part of it or also resonate with that, reach out, because I'm personally feeling into that and communing with Mother Mary, with Grandmother Anne, the whole lineage, just to find out what resonates and what is my truth. So if any of that resonates with you, give me a holler too. So that is the second message. Just to touch base with sisters. Sisters on the path of the goddess. The third message, this is for you, Starseeds. I don't know about you, but tell me if you're experiencing this too. So, you know, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned how there's a lot of stirred energy being picked up on. Well, I also noticed that I was picking up on different messages that was not the same as another message that I'd receive. And as I made sure to pull away from everything, like being around people so much, even talking to friends, you know, messaging back and forth, got off social media, everything, because I wanted to clear my energy and center, and then do some searching of my own and asking questions of my own to come to see what came up. And I came to the conclusion that I'm picking up on a lot of different agendas on the planet, which is no surprise. I know that probably many of you Starseeds are aware of that already. But this is becoming increasingly obvious, at least for me. So I'm wondering if you have experienced that as well. And if you have any stories you'd like to share. So I don't know what's about to happen in 2020 or thereafter, or however far down or ahead in time, but it just feels like there's something going on concerning our planet, with our planet and us as individuals, and perhaps even with our blueprint, or like our missions, what we incarnated or agreed to do once we got here, and also our free will. Trying to see how to word this. Yeah, I don't know. If any of this is resonating with you, please reach out. I can totally tell there's obviously, right, there obviously is more than one race on the planet. So there's more than one on the planet surrounding us. I meant that as two different things, like on the planet, and there's more than one like surrounding our planet, and I personally don't know all of them. I know of a few. So I don't know. It really feels like something's going on. Something really important, and something is going to be decided. And something soon. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a feeling and what I'm picking up on. The other thing I want to share is that starting November 10th, and then since then, I have seen so many UFOs, which, I don't know, maybe it's more common for other starseeds, but for me, and at least where I'm located in Kentucky, I've never experienced that. So yeah, I've been seeing UFOs like crazy, like zipping through the sky. I even had a dream, it was a lucid dream, like I was traveling and saw a UFO, and I turned around to run down this path towards this guy, maybe around my age, and I said, please, I like shook his shoulders. I was like, remember, promise me that you will remember you are a starseed. You're a starseed. And then I woke up. So I'm reaching out to other starseeds. If any of this resonates with you, or if you have information that you can share, enlighten me, because I'm definitely picking up on something. But I don't really stay in the know like that. Like, maybe I should be doing some more digging. Maybe I should be tuning in more and hear it directly from some sources. But as of right now, I'm not so sure yet. I did have a personal message come in on 11/11 to me, so I know that some kind of channel for me has opened. So I look forward to hearing communication if it's in my highest good. Part of why I'm here, right? Perhaps that will help clear the air for me on what I'm feeling. But if you want to chat about this at all or know anything, I'd love to hear from you. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I just want to let Starseeds know there's definitely something going on, and just be wise. make sure you tune in with yourself. Don't even just take it straight from me and believe me. Like, go to your space and check in with yourself, check in with your guys, check in with your communications, right? And see if this resonates or doesn't. Maybe it doesn't for you, and that's fine, because I know not all of us are from the same place, not from the same command. I know that's the other thing, is that there's so many of us on the planet right now, and we come from different groups, and so there are different agendas. And what I would like is just to make sure that the agenda that I came here for is for the highest good of all, and not based on something selfish, which deep down I don't feel like that's the case, that I'm here to help, do something. I was trying to say it. I know that I'm not here to help do something massively horrible. But what I want to stress to all of you is be careful, especially Starseeds who have just been activated and feeling things out and trying to uncover their memory and everything. Just don't be so easily persuaded. Make sure it resonates. Really, truly make sure the information you're receiving resonates, and that it's for you. Because what I'm picking up on is there are some very deceptive energies, very deceptive groups trying to manipulate channels of communication, manipulate messages themselves. And there's always the potential to distort a message that you're receiving if you're not clear enough. And that's happened to me. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. I've definitely had that happen before. So, like, doing the work that you need to do on Earth to remain a clear channel is important too, so that you can receive communication messages without distortion. Yeah, and that's a good way to leave that. Because, like I said, there's so many groups, many benevolent, but also there's some malevolent, okay? And there's some important stuff going on. So just be careful. I'm going to end it like that, okay, guys? Hopefully that wasn't too long. Short and sweet. Thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year. May the light guide you. Namaste. Mitakwe. Oyasin. Aloha nui.